Oh, hello, Dave.
Oh, hello, Jeremy.
Dave, I have the pleasure of knowing you. I have the pleasure of having you in the OhHello global headquarters right now.
I'm in the global headquarters.
It feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It feels good.
feels good to be on this side
Yeah,
of the camera and in the same room as
the pictures. Yeah,
Mhm.
yes. But why don't we tell our guests, our viewers, our listeners, those that love the OhHello pod and VOD, who I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Sure. Well, hello, everyone.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello. I'm Dave Simon. First and foremost, I am a husband. I'm a parent. I've been married to the same woman.
I am not your child, just to be clear.
As
We
far
are
as-
we are a few years apart.
Thank you for
Yes.
explaining that to
Thank
the
you.
audience.
Thank you.
Now,
I'm not saying who's older.
We'll leave it up to their imagination.
They'll never know.
They'll never know. But I am married to the same woman. Her name is Cindy for almost 20 years. We have two amazing kids. We have a daughter, Avery, and a son, Luke. And we are the recent adopted parents of a very small dog named Harper.
She's a cute dog.
Thanks. I love her a lot. Outside of that, so that's the family.
Yep.
I am an athlete. I like to work out. I like to play golf. I like to play paddle, much like yourself.
Yep.
And from a work perspective, I'm the vice president of sales at Viant Technologies, which is the DSP. And so I'm in the adtech space.
And what is a DSP, Dave?
What is a DSP? It is a demand side platform. So
Okay.
It is a software platform that allows clients to go in and buy media schedules by themselves.
So as if I was trying to buy stocks on TD Ameritrade in real time.
Very, very good analogy.
Got it.
We like to use E-Trade, but it's very, very similar.
Understood. Thank you.
Mhm.
I prefer E-Trade as well. Thank you. That is very helpful
Great.
to know. And for those listening, Dave and I both have known each other for a while in the programmatic and ad tech space, hence being able to play off of one another. With that said, Dave, how would you characterize your skill set that you're going to be sharing with the OhHello community?
Sure. So like you have a background in sales, so I think I can help people understand how to either start a sales career, transition into sales from another line of work. I have a lot of experience managing people.
You do.
So I enjoy that aspect of it. So I think there could be people that are interested in getting into management, want to understand how to make that transition or sort of the growing pains that are associated with that.
Your skill set also, you have had the fortune of being part of small startups and you have worked at giant companies.
Mhm.
And so you've gone through a lot of just rolling up your sleeves and also understanding the politics and the bureaucracy from former companies. And the benefit is just you've worn different sales hats over your 20 plus year career in this ecosystem.
Thanks for outing me with the 20 plus career.
Yeah, well, I'm 20. I'm 20 plus years too. So, yeah, we're on the same page.
Okay, fair enough. But you're right. I do have experience working in a wide gamut of different size companies, and that has shaped how I go about my business, and has helped certainly given me experience to help me grow my career as well.
Sure.
Mm.
When you think about mentorship,
Mm.
when you think about just looking back and thinking through who you've become throughout your career, who your teams have become as you've seen them ascend, what does mentorship mean to you? What excites you about mentorship when you are helping those that are either your peers or they're up and comers, if they're feeling lost, if you see the drive that you had when you were a little bit younger, what are just some of those traits that excite you, and what would you tell your younger self looking back?
Sure. So a few different questions there.
That's how I ask these questions.
No.
I try to load them like a baked potato.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. I would say from a mentorship aspect, or what I enjoy about being a mentor, look, everybody in sales likes to close deals. We like to have that winning feeling. But in order to truly scale a business and scale a team, you have to scale the knowledge. And so that means you have to teach other people how to do what you do. You have to empower them to make the right decisions. You have to teach them the ways of being a successful salesperson, a successful sales leader. And so for me, mentorship means, one, being able to grow my business faster because I can't be everywhere and do
Sure.
everything. But also selfishly, I love seeing the success of what we call a tree, right? A coaching tree or a mentorship tree. I love seeing the places that the people I've led, where they go. And
Yep.
some of them have turned into real friends. Some have turned into competitors, peers. It's a wide range of where my sort of tree has gone, and I get a lot of satisfaction out of watching their success.
Well, and ideally, you've helped them set the foundation and the roots of those trees.
Sure. Well, like anybody, we all need help along the way, right? That's one of the reasons I was attracted to this mission. Is I would be foolish to think that I didn't have any help growing up along the way. I had some great mentors that helped me along the way too. So it feels right to do the same for the next generation.
I love that. Help us understand, toss us some of those actual mentors. Give us some names, give us some meat on the bones that helped water you, so to speak, and made the impact on your career thus far.
Sure. I want to be clear, I've had poor leaders as well, right? I think everybody has had bad management experience. What's interesting about that experience is that you can also take away positives by learning what not to do, right?
But I love that.
For today, we'll focus on the positive. And I want to call out, I think it's 4 leaders in particular. And what's interesting is that they're all at different stages of my career. So when I first got into network radio, which I'm sure everybody is unfamiliar with this stage of life, but
Clear Channel alum, I get it.
Yeah, that's right. Parallel lives. So my first manager in network radio was a woman named Sloan. She gave me some really great advice as I was just learning the craft and starting off. And it was really more around treating everybody with respect. It was understanding that you might not win every single time, but you have to work with these people for hopefully a long period of time. And what's important is that, again, you treat them well, you learn to live and fight another day, and you sort of stand by your word, honor your commitments, et cetera, which gave me a really nice footing for my big sales career to start. And then
that was helpful, what Robin said. Yeah, especially as you're younger in your career.
Right. Yeah. And then when I got into digital, I made the transition to digital. I worked at a startup called BrightRoll, and I had a boss named Brad Piggott. And Brad gave me a lot of advice. For us, like you starting at Tube, it was just the two of us in this small little office building out the territory.
Yep.
And while I wasn't an overly negative person, I certainly wasn't a very positive one. And Brad taught me the power of positive thinking, sort of the way you look at situations, the vibe that you might give off. But more importantly, he taught me really how to manage people. This was one of the first management roles that I had, was at this company. And he taught me to be a confident manager, to support your team, to give them the spotlight, to make them the center of a meeting, of a relationship, and really give all praise to them. And this breeds a tremendous amount of loyalty. It's a really important leadership aspect that I try to maintain today.
That makes a lot of sense. Having, in your BrightRoll days and my Tube days, the company's running such parallel paths, and the culture is plural, being so similar yet different in that sense, because they were just so alike in the ways that we were building teams out and people out. So that's really interesting to hear that. Just obviously, sitting this close, being a good 8 inches apart between two ferns, if you will.
Ooh.
But that's great hearing that about Brad, because I've always heard great things.
Sure. Yeah. And two other quick stories. At Yahoo, when I transitioned there, I worked for a man named Yannis Dosios. And Yannis taught me about conflict resolution, which is a really important skill to have. And I had none of it when I started working there. And you can imagine working in a larger company. You're working with lots of different people. They have their own agendas, their own needs. There are competing drives, competing issues at stake. Yeah. And Yanni taught me to think about conflict from the perspective of the other person, and to always think of, or give them positive intent, or think that they're acting in positive intent. Yeah. And that was mind opening for me in terms of being able to work with and settle conflict with teams. And then my current manager is a man named Josh Hare that I work for at Viant.
You've mentioned Josh to me. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And what's interesting about the relationship with Josh, or the information that he's taught me, is really how to leverage the power that one has within an organization in an efficient manner, and one that really doesn't drive conflict. And that's a skill that, while everybody thinks that they have, I've really learned to refine it based on some advice that he's given me over the time that I've been there. So again, what's important about this and why I bring up these 4 individuals is that it spans a really long period of time, and people can use mentorship and benefit from leadership at any stage of their career. That was really the point of that long rambling story.
It wasn't that rambling. There wasn't that much rambling, maybe a little bit, but
agreed.
Essentially it's a journey. And over the few years, we'll just round down versus rounding up. Yep. Mm-hmm. Learning to be having people that influence you in a way to have a positive mental attitude. Others that helped with coaching you with being pragmatic. And it sounds like others just being optimistic and learning how to work well with all different facets of people and being empathetic. So Dave, thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
Sure.
As a hello, you know that you're going to be able to share some of your revenue, your earnings towards 40 different philanthropies that are integrated within our platform. What are some causes or a charity that's near and dear to your heart, whether it's in the platform or not in the platform? Doesn't matter.
Well, I took a look over the list. Oh, I did. I took a look over the list last night.
Cool.
And as a recent pet owner, pets are near and dear to my heart. So I'm going to donate to it's called the American Shelter or the Animal Shelter Crisis Aid Fund.
Nice.
That's the one that we're going to be donating.
Nice.
Thanks for putting that on there.
Absolutely. Well, that is part of the journey of OhHello, is being able to give back and have that sense of altruism. It feels good. It feels really good to be able to give back. Anything else that you want to cover, that you want to talk about? What excites you about this platform? What excites you about being a well-respected veteran within the marketing, advertising, sales, tech community?
Well, I appreciate the kind words. We'll see if it's actually true, but I just think being a part of this mission, one, I think it's great that you're launching this platform. I want to support you as a friend.
Thanks.
And I also want to help the new generation or the next generation get started in this space. We all need help getting started.
Yep.
And so I'm happy to help out along the way.
Cool. Mr. Simon, thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Bloom.
you. Always a pleasure. I don't know where my music went. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We'll see you soon. Thanks, Dave.
Bye.